Benita, I want to shift gears a little bit because where you play is really in youth sports, which is so important because we can't grow fans of sport without the top of the funnel and having more girls play sports. What are you seeing from an engagement perspective that, what are the challenges that we're facing as we're coming out of this pandemic, particularly? I'm sure girls and their participation is taking a bit of a hit. And how do we support the investment into that top of the funnel in terms of engagement from a sports perspective?
Yeah, with youth sports, I know Kirta, you were saying that when you're trying to connect to the female consumer in particular, connecting to things that they really care about is really important. And so, as we face the challenges coming out of the pandemic, and certainly kids in underserved communities, girls and women we've seen a definite shift and a decrease in their participation in sport throughout the pandemic. And in many cases, those organizations are the slowest to come back. And so at League Apps, we have been, since its inception, a sponsor of the Play Sports Coalition, which is a coalition of 4,000 youth sports organizations across the country. And we're going to reemerge soon with an amazing 18-person board, which includes Laura Dixon from the Pro Sports Assembly and others. And the mission of the organization is to really find bring a united industry in support of the organizations who need it most, and ensuring that all kids have access to play. And so, the infrastructure for the Plays movement includes, wanting to increase that access, to provide participation metrics and show a correlation between that participation and the wonderful benefits that kids and youth participating enjoy, and making sure those benefits of youth sport that accrue to these kids, whether it's education or social emotional development, self-confidence and awareness and goal setting. Some things are very tangible, some things are intangible, but all help these kids be successful both on and off the playing field. And so we want to use this coalition and these ideas to champion the successes that we really have seen thus far. We helped to get the New York mobile sports betting bill passed. And however you feel about mobile sports betting, the good news was we got $5 million a year from the taxes from mobile sports betting designated to youth sports organizations, particularly those nonprofits serving kids in underserved communities. So, having the business community rally behind the Play Sports Coalition, whether it's either nationally or even locally and regionally, is going to really help to support and foster a really vibrant path forward for girls, but for youth as a whole.
Yeah, well, congrats on all that success. And that's, we'll take the investments however we can.
Yeah.
So, good work there.